Well, hello there, Gemini. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing a very special reading to celebrate this really, incredible energy that we have between the spring equinox that occurred on March 20th and then the new moon in Aries, which occurs today on March 21st. So even if you're in the southern hemisphere, okay, this energy is really playing into this idea of a fresh new beginning. And then, of course, we have Pluto moving into Aquarius on the 23rd. I will be putting that reading up for you on Thursday. And so it's just kind of like embracing this energy of out with the old, in with the new. And so we'll take a look at the overall energies for you, really for the next 3 to 6 months. So we're actually going to take this through the whole new moon in Aries energy until September 2023. We're going to take a look at the overall energies. Then we're going to go to the tarot and ask some more specific questions about lessons to remember from the past as you enter this bright new energy. And then we're going to take a look at how you can become, what steps you can take to better align yourself with your goals and dreams, and what new opportunities are on the path ahead for you. And then we're finally going to take a look at where you'll be 3 months from now and 6 months from now. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what we have. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. And then vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Oh my goodness. Okay. Gemini, there is this energy where I feel as if there are things that are coming to an end in your life, or you just feel, it could be this energy where you just feel like the gas is out of the tank, right? You could have been working on a project or working to have a relationship work or trying to make something happen, right? And it's almost like the gas is out of the tank. You might really be getting up in the morning and going, what am I doing? Because it's almost as if you are getting this sense that there's something new you are supposed to be going and doing, and it's intuitive. It may not even feel, I'm sure, I'm actually going to send you love and hugs here because I feel like you may feel a little bit fogged in, like, what am I doing? Where am I going? Right? But I feel like some of you are kind of like staying with something, okay? Because you don't want to throw away time or energy, resources that you have put into either a situation, a career, a business, or a relationship, right? But here is Spirit coming through and saying, listen, Gemini, don't worry about it. Nothing has been wasted. It's not as if, and you've been kind of having this energy lately, but it's as if nothing has been wasted. It's allowing, this new moon in energy, this new moon in Aries energy has really, and with Pluto, okay, also this week, there's this energy of it is time to let go of things that you have been holding on to, whether they're mindsets, their beliefs, their habits, their actual tangible things, their relationships, whatever it is. Yeah, you are walking away. Because it is time to embrace the brand new. And I'm telling you, okay, just looking at this, I'm getting goosebumps because the 6 months down the line, there is something brand new. It's almost as if you are clinging, I'm going to say that, clinging to some idea, some habit, something from the past, something perhaps from 2008 that has already ended. It's like you already know it's ended. It's time to move yourself forward. It's time to take a look at other options, other doorways. Yes. Two of Wands, deciding to go in a new direction. And once again, this energy of the stars, navigating by the stars, not knowing exactly where this is going. But I want to show you this, blossoming abundance and cornucopia on the bottom. Okay. After a long time of feeling like you've had one disappointment, one brokenhearted, event, tragedy, whatever it is, after another, it's almost as if the abundance is coming in, but there's something that you have to give up. And it's kind of like, I really feel like you just don't want to give up yet, because it's kind of like, but I put so much of myself into that. Wow. You're not the same person. And a lot of the comments have been saying, why is 2008 so big? It's because that's when Pluto entered Capricorn. That was a pivotal time for you, Gemini. 2008 till now was a pivotal time. Why Capricorn was in... Pluto was in Capricorn. It made you look at how you were living your life, okay? What you were holding on to, some of those mindsets, those beliefs around work, around money, around your worthiness, right? Around people pleasing, about, really almost like churning up a lot of relationship situations. And if you're entering this Pluto in Aquarius energy, it is a little bit about allowing yourself to finally let go of any tidbits that you may have left. I was actually having a conversation with my daughter this morning about, 2008. And of course, at that time, she was still in high school. She was finishing up high school. And she was saying, oh my goodness, like even her mindset from when she was in high school and thinking about going to college and what she was going to do, and then what she is doing now, is just so dramatically different. Looking at where you were in 2008 and where you are now, you recognize, okay, how different you are. It's a little bit of why are you clinging on to a mindset, a belief, a habit, a situation, okay, that really is the Gemini 2008 instead of the Gemini 2023. It's understanding you aren't the same person. So it's okay to allow yourself. This is the lesson that you have learned, especially over the last 6 months, okay? That it is okay to walk away from things that are over. Like recognizing, like you logically, being an air sign, may logically recognize. You may even physically have separated from people or situations, right? But mentally, emotionally. And if you've had a really difficult time, especially the last couple of weeks, while Pluto is moving through Capricorn and really trying to move out some of that energy, it's okay to walk away. I feel like it's almost as if you want a little bit of permission. Is it okay to walk away? And there's probably some mindset, around that what type of a person am I if I walk away from something, a relationship, a job, a career, a situation that I have put so much time and energy into? Kind of questioning yourself, am I a quitter? Or can I never finish anything? Can I, you're Geminis, you're kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none. That's a little bit of your energy. And yet at the same time, I think you were trying to master something here, right? You may have already mastered it. I feel like you got what you needed out of the situation. And yet there's something here where you're just having a difficult time finally saying goodbye. And I feel like with this new moon in Aries, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's being attached. It's being attached to thinking, waiting for something, okay? The devil energy, the Capricorn energy, right? Coming in, waiting for something to change, holding out hope that something is going to work out that has not yet worked out. It's this energy of allowing yourself to finally say, you know what, I'm going after what is now my goals and dreams, instead of holding on to, hoping that something that you had maybe hoped for back in 2008 is coming true. That it is going to return, that it is going to work out. And it may not be from 2008, right? But it's almost this energy of, I think that Pluto in Capricorn is really almost like taking over all the readings lately. But I feel like with that Capricorn energy, you truly believed, you could have grown up with a mindset that if I work hard enough, it will work out. If I give it enough time, if I'm patient enough, if I'm flexible enough, if I compromise enough, right? But that was the problem, Gemini, is that I feel like you were giving a lot to the situation. You weren't getting anything back from it. It's almost like you had to realize there's this sense of, okay, I'm not going to find my abundance, my joy, my happiness, whatever it is, in this past situation. It's broken my heart. It breaks your heart to walk away. And yet at the same time, I think it's really not about forgiving this person. I think you're kind of over that. You've done the healing. This is the last bit of Pluto pulling out, right? I think it's really about being compassionate and forgiving yourself. You know, there's nothing, okay, I'm taking that back. There is nothing for you to even forgive. It's really just allowing yourself to let go. To say it's okay. It's not in my life. Whatever this is, it's not even in your life, in your daily life anymore. It's just allowing yourself to let go. Because look, it's almost as if, you know, she's through the gate. She's literally through the gate. And yet she has her hand, right? They keep showing me the gripping, right? She has her hand there, like gripping, like not wanting to go forward. I think because there's a lot of sadness. Going forward means that you have to leave a dream, a goal, a relationship. You have to leave it behind. And yet you can't start anew until you're willing to do that. With the new moon in Aries, you may want to do kind of like a burning ceremony, you know, writing down goodbye to whatever this is, to the dream, the goal, the relationship, whatever it is. I mean, the emotions are really kind of coming up. I feel like this is something, write it out. You know, burn it in a safe place, burn it, give it up to the cosmos, give it up to the divine and say, okay, I am willing to move forward, because the next thing we're asking is, what steps can you take to align yourself with your true desires? Sixth chakra, okay, your third eye and the Magician. There's your energy, right? It's almost as if you haven't even allowed, wow, this is really intense. You haven't even really allowed yourself to see where it is that you want to be in 6 months, a year, 5 years. It's almost as if you have not even allowed yourself to really and truly dream. And Aquarius energy is about, right, innovation, new ideas, stepping out of our comfort zone. We've also, Saturn has moved into Pisces, very daydreamy energy. This Capricorn energy has been very hard. It's been very like tying us down to the rules, the regulations, working really hard. This is a much lighter energy, and it's about allowing yourself to dream. You know, build a dream board, you know, really allow yourself. I feel like it's almost as if you don't even really want to dream about the future, because it's kind of like that means that this has ended. You know, like if you ended a committed relationship, like you ended a marriage or something like that since 2008, anytime since 2008, right? But you haven't really kind of started dating seriously, okay? Maybe you've been doing a little bit of dating, but you haven't really put a lot of time and energy into it, okay? One of the things is it's almost as if that person, okay, meant a lot to you. You don't want, it's not, I honestly don't think you want that person back, but it's kind of like, okay, but if I dream or really put energy, effort into a new relationship or a new job, a new career, a new business, whatever it is, it means that is really over. And I think it's kind of a little bit hard for your heart. I think your heart was truly broken. There is this energy where your heart was truly broken, and recognizing it. Recognizing just how difficult that was. Allowing those feelings to come up. Allowing yourself to it's almost, I'm not saying that you're not admitting that was difficult. I think it's about allowing yourself to perhaps truly down inside your soul know that it is over, that there is, no going back to that. It is all about moving forward. Yeah, it's stepping into your power. It really is. Look at Aries energy coming in here, right? With the Emperor. It is understanding that it is time to move forward. It is about dreaming big. I feel like for some of you, when this situation, whatever it was, ended, I feel like you also lost a lot of other people in your life, like your soul tribe. Okay. And it's not, I think when you really sit there and think about it, it's not necessarily that you truly want those people back in your life, but it's almost an energy because you're so social that you just want people in your life, right? And it hasn't happened yet. And one of the reasons is, Gemini, is because you have to really say goodbye. You really have to pull your energy away and know that those relationships, they were not a waste. That business was not a waste. Nothing is wasted. Even when you let it go, maybe that's what it is. You feel like if you let it go, that it was a waste. If it ended, then I didn't try hard enough. I didn't work hard enough. My time was wasted with that. Wow. And understanding, no, it wasn't wasted. Think of all the wisdom that you gained, the insight that you gained out of that situation. There could be a little bit of focusing on what you lost instead of where it is that you really and truly want to go. So let's see what new opportunities are door to value and Knight of Wands. It really is. There are these opportunities that are wanting to come in, whether they're new relationships, okay, that help you to feel that are in alignment with your worthiness of what you deserve. What you lost in the past, that doesn't deserve you, Gemini, okay? It's that energy. You have to recognize that you have ascended to a higher level. It's about bringing in, taking action on what really and truly is aligned to what you are worthy of having. It's about taking steps. It's about putting it on your calendar. It's about finding those routines that are those habits. And I feel like you're just like, my energy, I just don't have the energy to even do it, right? Because it's kind of like this has been such a sad goodbye, whatever that is. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, so you're kind of like working really hard, but you're feeling as if you're not getting anything out of what you're working on now, okay? And I feel like the reason is that you're not inspired. Both the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands are about inspiration, motivation, moving forward, taking action, right? And these are the new opportunities. As long as you are looking at how hard you are working, it is really about changing your mindset. I'm working really hard, but I'm not getting where I want to go. I think that I've worked on my worthiness, but yet at the same time, I don't feel worthy. It's almost like this, wow, it's duality. Talk about duality, right? So it's kind of like, I think it's about taking a step back here. Really kind of dreaming. What is it that you want? I feel like for some of you, the problem is that you are trying to create something new for yourself, and yet you're comparing what you have now to what you may have had in 2008. Or you're at least kind of like looking at it from that 2008 mentality. And it may not be all the way back to 2008, but I do feel like lately the energies have been having us revisit 2008, who we were in 2008, right? And it's about recognizing that I feel like you're almost kind of like comparing what you have now to 2008, but you're comparing tangible things perhaps, right? I had 20 friends in 2008 and I got 2 now, right? I had a portfolio, a big portfolio in 2008, and now I don't, right? I was married and whatever, and now I'm not. It's kind of like you're looking at it tangibly instead of how you have changed. It's about looking at yourself in a much bigger way, the intangibles, the kindness that you have now, the compassion that you have for others, the way that you can see the world in a completely new way. That's why it feels like maybe that time was wasted, right? That you put into that, because you're looking at it from the tangibles instead of the intangibles. You're looking at it from the 3D version instead of the 5D version. And that can be really, really hard, because it's easy to compare apples and oranges when you can see an apple and an orange, right? You can look at the color, you can look at the texture, you can taste them, smell them, that is easy to compare. And that, I think, is what the cauldron that you are in right now. You're looking at 2008 and you're looking at now in the tangible world. It's about seeing your value beyond, okay, what you have in the bank, the house that you're living in, the number of friends. You could have had 20 friends in 2008, but perhaps none of those 20 friends were real friends. That would come and help take care of you, or change your tire in the middle of the night when you're stranded on a deserted highway, right? I mean, it's kind of like, look at who your friends were in 2008. And now you may only have 2 friends, but those 2 friends will come no matter what is going on in the middle of the night and help you out, right? And that is the thing. I feel like you're looking at numbers. That message has been coming out for you for a couple of weeks. Don't look at the numbers. Look at the value of what you have in the intangible, not just the tangible. Okay, wow. All right, so I feel like these opportunities that are coming in are going to help you to see more clearly, okay, that it's not necessarily the tangibles, right? Not to concentrate on the numbers, the tangible things, as much as what are you gaining out of it? Are you gaining happiness, joy, fulfillment, passion? Are you gaining experiences that you have craved for some time? And if you're not, okay, that is where to start with this manifestation. What is it? What experiences do you want? Because I feel like this Pluto moving into Aquarius is helping you to recognize that if you work really hard, okay, you're going to get some tangible things, but are you really going to love those tangible things? Or is it about some, I don't know, sleeping under the stars in the middle of the desert? What's your bucket list? I think that's the question. What is your bucket list? It's time to put some thought into that. And it's time to put a little action into that. What is it? None of us are getting out of here alive, right? My daughter was saying that this morning. She was like, we all only have so much time. So it's kind of like, where do I want to, how am I going to make the most out of my time? Is it sitting and working, right? And not feeling good about it? Or is it about, wait a minute. What is it that I really want to experience? And now let me put a plan together so that I can get that inspiration, that motivation to perhaps, spend some time working so that you have something to look forward to. Wow, beautiful energy there. Okay, so how can you fuel your passion and inspiration so that you can reap the rewards of these new opportunities? I think your new opportunities are truly aligned with your bucket list. Okay, so if you put the bucket list together, you build that dream board, you concentrate on that, the universe is bringing you in those opportunities so that you can start checking off some of those things on your bucket list. Okay, so what is going to keep you inspired? Okay, it is about, are you going to listen to the conflict going on around you, or are you going to stay truly aligned to your heart? Okay, and I'm going to say, I feel like this is kind of coming into play in society itself, okay? You have to come into alignment with what it is that you really want for yourself, Gemini, okay? And that Pluto into Aquarius is also about the impact that you are going to make on the world. So it's understanding what is in true alignment with myself, and then not listening to what other people think or the conflicts around that, right? It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to stay true to my heart. I'm going to stay true to what it is that I truly want for myself. Where is this going to lead? You know, if it's not aligned with your heart, I feel like it is going to be really difficult for you to get up and go to work every day, or get up and think, oh my goodness, like how many more times do I have to do this, right? Yes. Okay, so we have the, oh my gosh, Ten of Pentacles. Look at this. You are celebrating you, and you are celebrating your sense of being able to create, okay? The soul tribe, the family, the money, the legacy that you are truly wanting. This is in your realm. So how are we going to keep you there, Gemini? It is allowing something to die. It is allowing this past energy to die. And I feel like that is the storm warning, right? It's kind of like the past is the storm that's still swirling around you. It's kind of like, okay, what is it that I truly want for myself? I feel like part of the problem is that, Gemini, from reading from your comments and stuff, excuse me, that a lot of you have had to disconnect yourself from family and close friends, okay? Especially over like the last 10 years, maybe from 2008. So it's understanding that you really have to allow yourself to say, you know what, they're not going to see things the same way I do. It's time for me to move forward, to go after what it is that I want for myself. And it's also about getting really clear about what it is that you want to create. Stepping into your Empress energy, knowing that you are the Phoenix rising, but only when you can see, okay, where you're going. And, you know, you have navigating by the stars. It is about dreaming, that starry energy of dreaming. What is it? What's your bucket list? What are the experiences, the adventures that you would like to take? Understanding, okay, it's time to start working on that instead of putting time and energy into situations, relationships that didn't work, that, you know, were in your life for a while but have expired, and it's time to move and go in a new direction. Because 3 months from now, okay, you are disconnecting. There's that Capricorn energy. Feel like you're disconnecting, okay, from contracts that you have felt tied to. You know, those contracts, those relationships, those, you know, even habits. They could be, because, you know, this can be things, habits, mindsets, you know, just routines, that beliefs that we have held for a long time. And it's time to understand that it's time to detach from those and to set a new set of standards for yourself. I love that energy because, you know, that's June. Coming into June, you are understanding that your daily habits, the way that you show up for yourself, when you commit to yourself, I feel like you've been committed to other people, other situations, whether you really realized it or not. They were hanging around, that energy was hanging around, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm detaching from that and I am committing to me. I'm committing to what it is that I want. Yes, and look at this energy. You have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Star. Truly healing, going on this journey of being really inspired, of being recognized for the healer that you are, the healing that you have done within yourself. shining your light brightly, understanding that, you know, when you're creating the life that you really want for yourself, the people around you want to be around you. You know, it's kind of like, okay, what is Gemini doing now? Oh, Gemini's sleeping under the stars in the desert. Gemini's, you know, starting a new business. Gemini is going for it. It's almost as if it's been a long time since maybe you really went for it, right? There was this weight, and now it's kind of like detaching yourself from that weight and saying, okay, I'm going for it. You know, it could be that years ago you had a bucket list, right? And then the bucket list went to the side because there was all this chaos in your life. And now you're coming back and you're like, you know what? Wait a minute. Where's my new bucket list? Because you're not the same person you were. What's my new bucket list? How can I dream that into fruition? How can I start working on a daily basis to create that? How can I commit to myself? I feel like you've given yourself so much to other people. It's about recommitting to you. All right, so let's take a look. Where are we in 6 months? Okay, you have the Sun, right? The interesting thing here with the Seven of Swords is that you have learned that you're the only thing that can really hold you back from your own happiness and joy and abundance. It's understanding. I feel like in 6 months' time, you understand that you can truly manifest whatever it is that you want. But the only thing that can hold you back is yourself. You're no longer allowing, you're disconnecting from. And I'm not saying it doesn't mean that you're going to have people in your life, but you're not prioritizing anybody over yourself. You're making that decision. I think in 2008, you may have been the bottom sector of the totem pole, right? You had your priorities, okay? There were other people, there was a career, there was whatever above Gemini. And now you have switched. And in 6 months' time, I feel like you understand, wait a minute, when I put myself at the top of the totem pole, when I am seriously kind of like the top priority, my happiness is the top priority, it's kind of like the whole world shifts. King of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and I feel like you have new love coming in. I mean, it is new love coming in, something that is stable, that wants to go the distance, right? The King of Pentacles is that lovely energy. Someone that is this 10 of Cups, you know, happy family, happy home, everything that you've dreamed of. But it is that energy of having to switch from being on the bottom of the priority list to being at the top of the priority list. Understanding that you were giving yourself away, and yet at the same time, nothing is wasted, right? Gemini, it's like you can't say, oh my goodness, that was terrible that I did that, right? It's about allowing yourself to embrace the person that you were, the lessons that you have learned, and also understanding, you know, none of that was a waste. There was a lot of good in that, right? There was, you know, wonderful moments. Sure, there could have been some painful moments, but there were also some wonderful moments. And stepping into that energy of really embracing that and understanding, I learned something through all that. And now I also have learned, if nothing else, that I make myself a top priority. Those experiences, those adventures, those things that I want in my life, it's time to go after them. Wow, beautiful energy. All right, Gemini, let's pull the Soul Truth card for you. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Okay, so let's see what we have here. When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard. You almost peed in your pants, or maybe you did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to self, laugh more often. Okay, so when I was reading that, I was thinking about your bucket list, right? It is. I feel like you've been taking life so seriously, just working really hard, but there's no fun in that, right? It's kind of like work all day, work all night, maybe, you just haven't even had the energy perhaps to go and laugh, to have some fun. It's about understanding, okay, I'm getting this fresh new energy, right? I'm going after, here it is. I'm going after what it is that makes me laugh, that makes me feel more connected to my inner child. I'm going for experiences that, maybe up until this time, I just really and truly didn't have the energy for. But somehow I understand that when I make this bucket list, when I make that vision board, right? When I concentrate on that, that is going to give me the inspiration, okay, to keep moving forward, to understanding, okay, this is the life I'm going to create, and I'm not stopping until I get it. Wow, beautiful energy there, Gemini. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you so much love and light, and I appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you on Thursday for your Pluto into Aquarius transit reading. So I look forward to that. See you soon. Bye for now.